My wife refuses to try to fix things after I made a mistake and had an affair, despite my repeated pleas for forgiveness and couples therapy, and she doesn't seem to care about how a divorce is going to affect our child in the long run. Posted by u/throw_ra_over_volume. I, 41M, had an affair. My wife, 40F, and I separated over it. I know I effed up. It was wrong, I shouldn't have done it, and I regret it. It was the biggest mistake of my life. I know what I did damaged our relationship, but I want us to try again. I will do anything to set things right. She can check my phone anytime she wants, track my location, put keyboard trackers on my computer. I've suggested everything I can think of, but anytime I bring up the topic of trying again or even just wanting to talk about what happened, she shuts it down. If we are in person, she will walk away. If we're on the phone, she hangs up. When I text her, she doesn't even acknowledge the message. She responds to other messages but will outright ignore any message I send about trying again or talking about what happened. I've tried everything, just asking to have a chat over coffee or getting drinks or just coming over after our daughter goes to bed to talk, but she says no every time. I just want the chance to fix things. If you make a mistake, you fix it, right? How can I fix things if she won't even talk about it? All I want is one chance. 1. If after that it still doesn't work, fine. I'll bow out gracefully, but how can we be over if we don't at least try? Maybe we can fix things, maybe we can't. How will we ever know if we don't try? I just feel like we'd be throwing away all our years together if we didn't at least try. I even suggested just trying just one session of couples therapy to see, and she said no. I barely got out the word couples therapy, and she walked away. We have a kid together. Don't they deserve a chance to be in a stable home instead of splitting time between different parents? And I know I effed this up first, but I'm trying to fix it. Has anyone been through this? Is there something I can do? What can I say or do to convince her to at least hear me out? Top/relevant comments. Commenter. It's her right to leave you if she wants to. You betrayed her. She doesn't owe you another chance. Ops downvoted response. As I said, I know I effed up. I acknowledged I was wrong in my post. I just want her to hear me out. I just want to explain myself. Don't I at least deserve that? With a kid involved, that makes things complicated. Shouldn't we at least try to do what's right for our kid? I'm not just asking for me, but for them. Commenter 2. Please don't be one of those red pill dudes who blame the woman for ending the marriage after he cheated. You threw the marriage away, not her. Ops downvoted response. I'm not blaming her. I would never blame her at all. I said it was my fault I cheated. I have no excuse, but I was always raised that if you make a mistake, you fix it, and she's not letting me fix it. Like, not even a single adult conversation. Commenter 3. If positions were reversed, would you? Would there be anything someone could say to make the betrayal hurt less? You need to do what someone suggested and stop harassing her. If you're divorced, hold up your end and be a good co-parent and dad. If not, stop harassing her. Just let her know that, when she's ready, you'll be open to counseling if she's willing. This is all on you and the choices you made. Ops downvoted response. Of course I would. I would have talked about it. We've been together a long time. I would have given her the courtesy of explaining herself. We're not divorced yet, just separated. Commenter 4. When my ex cheated, I left him immediately, and there was never any hope of reconciliation, though he tried. I told him I completely lost trust in him, and there was no way I would put myself at risk again. You messed up big time. Pull up your big boy pants and deal with it. Be present for your children, pay child support on time, and stop harassing your ex. Demonstrate that you have changed, and maybe she will consider it, but at this point you are just saying words. You need to show through your actions that you are remorseful. Ops downvoted response. Is there anything your ex could have said or done that would have made you consider it? Like I am trying, like I said, I have tried to tell her I will do anything. She just won't let me. How can I show her through my actions if she can't even have a grown-up conversation about it? Commenter 5. Build a time machine and not betray her in the effing first place. Ops downvoted response. If I could, I would. Update 11 days later. My wife and I are separated, but we've not divorced or talked about divorce. I moved out, she still lives in our old house. Well, she started going on dates with this guy, and now they've recently made things official. My wife now has a boyfriend. We have been separated about 9 months, not even a year, and she has a boyfriend. I know his first name, and that's about it. Anytime I press her for details about this guy, she refuses to tell me. We got into a fight over it, and I said as the father of our child, I have a right to know everything about who she is bringing into contact with our child. She just said he's dating me, not our child, and her romantic life is none of my business. I said I'm not asking her about her romantic life, I just want to know who this guy is, because for all I know, he's some sex offender or something. Honestly, I am convinced something isn't right here. Again, we have been separated for less than a year, and we didn't talk about divorce. They must have known each other before we separated, because this seems far too quick. Also, her refusing to tell me anything seems suspicious. So, I've been thinking about hiring a private investigator to check this guy out. Find out as much as he can about this guy. Maybe see if he can find out the truth, like if they did know each other before we separated. But I don't know, hiring an investigator seems kinda extreme. I just don't know what else to do. So, would I be the jerk if I hired an investigator to investigate my wife's new boyfriend? Top/relevant comments. Commenter. Conveniently left out that the reason you and your soon-to-be ex-wife separated is because you cheated, at least according to your previous post. Doesn't surprise me that you're out here projecting. 9 months isn't a long time, huh? How long did it take you to start dating your mistress? Did you give her all the details, let your wife vet her in case she was a sex offender or something? Ops downvoted response. Yeah, because everyone fixates on that and nothing else. And if you'd bothered to read that post, you'd see I admitted I was wrong. But whatever, all you see is somebody cheated and won't see anything else. FYI, they've been seeing each other for like 5 months. I don't know when exactly they went official because that's none of my business, but I do know their first date was then, or maybe the first one she let me see. Who effing knows? And after we broke up, she was like barely home. She was always at the gym or whatever. And then, she took our kid to the beach for the day, and I asked her for pics, and she said she forgot to take any. Yeah, what or who didn't she want me to see in the pics? How do you forget to take pics of your kid? There are just so many little things like that don't add up. But sure, focus on an affair I owned up to and admitted was a mistake I tried to fix. But she's too busy with her little boy toy to be bothered with it. Commenter 2. If the first date was 5 months ago, then it sounds like the relationship started after the 9 months that you have been separated. As for going to the gym, her life was turned upside down by finding out that her husband had cheated on her. She was probably extremely depressed, and one of the things that works for depression is exercise. Likewise, just getting out of the house that she shared with you would also help her mental health. And really, most people change some things when they leave a relationship, regardless of why the relationship ended. The final reason to go to the gym is to lose weight, which will generally make you more attractive, which makes dating easier. It sounds like she wants to be in a relationship in general, just with someone she trusts, so not with someone that cheats on her. Ops downvoted response. Okay, but why can't she answer the simple question of how they met? That's small talk anyone can ask. But why does she tell me it's none of my business? What doesn't she want me to know? And also, after the breakup, almost immediately, she changed all her passwords. What didn't she want me to see? And that's just the first date I know of. Who knows if she ever went on any before? It just seems crazy quick to suddenly be dating somebody after a breakup. And what, just dating one guy? No other dates or anything? She immediately hits on boyfriend material right away? No way. Downvoted commenter 3. I understand your concern about the safety of your children. Some men pursue women to get access to their children. Unlike most people, I support getting a private investigator, not to catch your wife. You know she has a new boyfriend and has moved on, despite still being married. Check him out for your children's safety and start divorce proceedings. Ops downvoted response. This is what I'm worried about. I know he knows she's still married. Why would a man choose to date a woman who isn't even divorced yet? Sounds kinda suspicious if you ask me. Commenter 4. Why would a man choose to date a woman who isn't even divorced yet? Dude, you cheated on your wife, and you're questioning this guy's integrity? You need to let go. You betrayed her, she is moving on, you have to deal with the fact that you blew up your life. Not her, not the new boyfriend, you. Second update 3 days later. I'm not looking for sympathy, I'm not justifying anything. I effed up and it's my fault. I just need to get this out because there's no one I can talk to. My wife and I were having issues. Just the usual issues, the struggle and strain of life, raising a family, etc. We were struggling and nothing was getting better, and I felt like I wasn't good enough. That I never would be. And then I met Carly online. She was much younger than me, so we just talked, but then she started flirting with me and it made me feel good. I didn't tell her I was married, didn't want her to stop flirting. I told myself it wouldn't go anywhere. I was just enjoying the attention, and we were just talking. She lived on the other side of the world, there was no chance of us meeting. And then we had cybersex. I felt better than I had in ages. Cybersex then became video and phone sex anytime my wife was out. We sent photos and videos every day. The more time I spent with Carly, the more I couldn't stand being with my wife, so I broke up with her. I didn't tell my wife about the affair. I gave other excuses, but my wife knew something was up and found out about the affair. It broke her. She didn't eat, didn't sleep, she cried all the time. I justified it by telling myself my wife is a strong woman, she'll get over it. I hate myself for thinking that way, but I did. My wife went to therapy. Stopped crying. Started eating and sleeping again. Started smiling again. Stopped begging me not to leave. And I thought, great. See, I was right. I stopped feeling guilty. I felt relieved. My wife and I had to live together for a while until I found a place, but I barely saw her and she barely spoke to me. At first it was great, but then I started to feel off, like I had come home to an empty house, even though it wasn't. At that point I should have seen sense, should have stopped. Instead, I started to resent my wife. Somehow, in my mind, she was trying to sabotage my happiness. It made me angry. I snapped. Made passive-aggressive comments. I hate myself for every word, every nasty text, every accusation. I moved out. Living with my wife had been awkward, but the new place was. I don't know. Even though I'd rarely see her, every room contained her presence even when she wasn't there. But staying in the new place made me feel more alone than I ever had. I had free run to talk to Carly anytime I wanted, to do anything I wanted, but it felt so pointless. The new place felt so effing awful. Like a prison. I started to dread going home. I'd stay out for hours. Hang around supermarkets. Wander the streets. Sit on a park bench. Anything but go home. Even if it meant not talking to Carly. And then one time I passed a perfume shop and smelled my wife's perfume, and I don't know why but I broke down. In that moment I didn't want to talk to Carly. I wanted my wife. Carly and I broke up. I thought I'd miss her. I didn't. I missed things my wife did, small things, big things. I didn't miss a single thing Carly did. During the handover of our daughter one day, I blurted out that Carly and I broke up. I don't know why, I didn't even mean to, it just came out. My wife nodded and said, "I'm sorry to hear that." And I don't know why but that stung. She didn't say it spitefully. She was calm and pleasant, like we were just talking about the weather or something. I almost wish she did say it with some spite or glee or something, but she didn't. Anytime I try to talk about us or what happened, my wife shuts the conversation down. She's civil, but she looks at me like I'm a stranger. The other day I put my hand on her back just out of habit, and she looked so disgusted. I've never seen her make that face and certainly not at me. I feel so effing broken. And I know it's all my fault. I know I did this. I deserve all of this. I sabotaged everything good in my life, for nothing, for a lie. Carly didn't know I was married, and nobody knew I was even seeing anyone else, even months after the separation. What was I doing? I got served divorce papers this morning. I'm not looking for sympathy. I don't deserve it. I know I'm a selfish, stupid prick. I know it's all my fault. I wish I could go back, but I can't. And the worst part is I don't even know why I did it. Yeah, we had problems, but I can think of 1,000 ways to fix them now. Why didn't I think of them then? I'm sitting here staring at the divorce papers. And I don't know what to do. My first instinct was to fight them, but I can't. I shouldn't. I want to fight it so bad it hurts, but I can't. Not after what I did. I ended up calling in sick, and I've been sitting at the kitchen counter crying, thinking about everything I did, everything I said, wishing I could take it all back. There's no one I can talk to about this. The person I'd normally talk to is my wife, but I effed that up. Everyone hates me. My friends. My family. It's deserved hate. I deserve all of this. I did it to myself, to everyone. I just wanted to get it off my chest, because I don't know what else to do or where else to turn. Guess internet strangers are my only option. Top/relevant comments. Downvoted commenter. Were you in a dead bedroom? Why did you cheat? Ops downvoted response. I don't know why I cheated. We were having issues in the bedroom, but mostly because we were both so exhausted. We were having sex, just not as much as pre-kids. But even then, it didn't bother me, I guess. I didn't even start out intending to cheat. I didn't start talking to Carly on a dating site. I wasn't actively going out looking for sex. It just escalated, and I let it. I really don't know why. Maybe I guess I was flattered to be getting attention from someone so much younger. I don't effing know. Commenter 2. Well, what's done is done. She'll never take you back. You have to learn and adjust to this new life. You have no choice.